Hello haters, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, hello, my name is Dana Donnelly. I am currently trying to manifest fame by pretending I already have haters. How's that going? Actually super well, thank you for asking. This right here is a cease and desist from Meryl Streep's legal team, accusing me of copying her by also being famous and iconic. Anyway, you might be wondering what I have to say to Meryl's legal team, and that is F you! Going in with my Kosas concealer. Oh no, mom, I have the water power belt. I just crumpled it up. I'll give it to you in a second. I don't know why it's crumpled. Anyway, today while I get ready, I thought I would tell you guys about my high school heartbreak. So if you are unfamiliar with my lore, I was a fat loser in high school. And my senior year, I had a crush on this guy who did not like me back. Surprise, surprise. But we were good friends and he thought I was really funny. So we hung out a lot. Anyway, I write this one-act play. The subject matter is not really important, but okay, fine, yes. You must know it was about a girl who had a crush on a guy who didn't like her back. Anyway, I cast him in this play as the male love interest, obviously. And then I cast this other girl that I'm friends with to be the female lead. Now, prior to my one-act play, these two people did not know each other that well. But during our first rehearsal, it becomes very clear to me that I have made a devastating mistake because they definitely like each other. So now I just have to accept that this is happening, which I do, albeit not the most gracefully, you know. But it's all good for the most part. I appreciate both of their performances in my play. They definitely do have crushes on each other, but nothing seems to be like formally escalating between the two of them until the night of the season for Arrested Development premiere on Netflix. Another friend of mine who I cast in my one-act play hosts a viewing party for this iconic media event, and she invites me as well as the guy I have a crush on and the other girl in my one-act play, and a whole bunch of other people as well, but who cares because they're literally irrelevant to my story. We all go over to this girl's house for the viewing party, and 10 minutes in the premiere of the first episode, my crush and my friend, the one I introduced him to by casting them both in my one-act play, they leave conspicuously together. Inside, I'm like freaking out and I'm devastated because obviously it would appear they're going to go like hook up. But I'm like, okay, Dana, keep it together. Just sit here, watch the rest of this episode, and then go home and feel your feelings, right? So that's what I do. I sit there, I watch the rest of the episode after they've departed to go do whatever they wanted to do. So after that, I leave the party and I go do my favorite activity, which is following people on the highway in my car. More on that in another video. But then I wake up the next morning to a text from both the guy and the girl accusing me of following them home after the viewing party. And keep in mind, my car is a charcoal gray Prius. In the town where I'm from, that is the most common car that you could possibly drive. Like probably 1 in 4 cars were charcoal gray Prius. Charcoal gray Priuses were so common that it was a frequent occurrence that I would accidentally get into a charcoal gray Prius that wasn't mine. Because also, if you know about Priuses, some of them lock automatically, but a lot of them don't. But a lot of people think that theirs is the one that locks automatically, and so they leave their cars unlocked. That's how common these cars were. I was always getting into charcoal gray Priuses that weren't mine. But I guess a charcoal gray Prius was following them home after they departed the viewing party early. They both accused me of following them home because I was jealous, and I did not. I did not follow them home. I went and followed other cars on the highway 30 minutes after they left, okay? And that was my alibi, that I was busy following other cars on the highway, not theirs. And yeah, it was so devastating that after all of this happened, and yeah, I'm done with my makeup, sorry. It was so devastating and embarrassing that I felt the need to sign up for a 30-day backpacking trip in the Wyoming wilderness despite never having camped before, which was ultimately one of the most transformative and renewing experiences of my life. And I'm really grateful that that happened. But yeah, like I literally was so fight or flight over the accusations that I was so jealous that I followed them home in my car that I had to flee to the wilderness. And yeah, that was my first real devastating heartbreak. I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me. Here's the final makeup look. Is it gonna pretty good if I do say so myself? Maybe if I had looked like this in high school, that love wouldn't have been so unrequited. No, it probably would have, because I think the problem was my personality. Anyway, thank you for watching, and remember to keep on hating and like and subscribe to my channel so I can become the most famous person on the motherfucking planet. And Meryl Streep, no one will know who she is anymore. Yeah, Meryl. Just kidding, that was my power bill.